FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio. Johnny Radio.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long, all day strong. It is a thirsty Thursday. I love Thursdays. I love talking to Ole Miss Rebels. Evie Van Pelt at noon. We're taking care of that at 12 o'clock. She is, of course, the founder and the publisher of the Rebel Walk. So we'll get deep up in some Ole Miss at 12 o'clock. Don't forget, though, Memphis, Maine. Basketball tonight. Tigers are back at the Grindhouse. And I will say something. I don't complain. I've been driving around all week long. Driving all over the place. Oh, not Dacus.
You have.
Having a lot of fun. It's very simple to drive on the snow. Today was very difficult. If you don't have to get out, don't. It is ice, 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 and I'm not talking about ice, ice, baby. Do you know what Vanilla Ice is?
I do.
Dun-na-na-na-na-na. Dun-na-na-na-na-na. That's the Ice Ice Baby thing.
Yeah, I got it after the ch part.
Let's go. Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Ice is back with a brand new edition. Yeah, no, I got it, John.
Well, right now, ice has got a hold of a whole Mid-South right now. It really is dangerous. It took me 40 minutes to get to work today.
Ditto.
Now, I don't know if you know, you probably don't, but for me to get to work, it takes me usually, I'd say, 7 to 10 minutes maybe? It's a very, very short ride right down Mount Moriah. Well, today trying to get into the office was very difficult. Cars are running into each other. I got stuck on a hill. My car just spun and I had to slide all the way backwards. And it was kind of cool. Because I did I did a Dukes of Hazzard move. I'm going backwards down the hill, and I know I can't get it, so I'm like, screw it. So I just cut the wheel, put on the emergency brake, and then it's whipped around, and then I just went the other way, and then had to find another way to work. But yeah, it's kind of nasty out there. So if you are going to go to the Tiger basketball game tonight, make sure you leave. Give yourself a good extra 30, 45, maybe an hour to get down there. Say it takes you usually 30 minutes, leave another 45, 50 minutes earlier than you normally would. South Florida, Memphis tonight. The Tigers are the top 10 team in the country. They are absolutely the 10th team in the country. Jaquan Walton is hitting threes. Javon Quinterly, and I really want to open this up, 901-360-8255. 901-360-8255. When you think about the guards that have come through this program, of course you think of Penny Hardaway, Elliot Perry. Is Javon Quinterly, and it's weird because we are only going to have him for 1 year, but could he be playing at a level as high as any of those other guards? Because right now, early in this season, JQ is getting things done. He's hit 2 game winners. My man is lighting it up. He's been Conference Player of the Week twice. No, wait. David Jones was once, and then Quinterly was once. Not twice. My bad. My brain still working. But this Tiger team is awesome, and I'm kind of curious. Some of the young bucks out there, could JQ end up being one of your favorite point guards that you had here at the University of Memphis? I remember we got Wags. We got so many great guards. Of course, Derrick Rose. We still only had him for 1 season because he went one and done. Got us all the way to the finals, and then Cal didn't foul when Mario Chalmers ripped our heart out. Not the team's fault. It's Cal's fault. But I'm wondering, 901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. Who are your favorite point guards at the University of Memphis? Is JQ slowly etching up that board? Memphis, 11.5 point favorite tonight over South Florida. The Bulls. By the way, are there Bulls in Florida? I think that's one of the worst. And maybe I'm wrong for saying this because maybe there's a bunch of Bulls in Florida. I've seen alligators. We see sharks on beaches. I have never seen a bull in South Florida. Now, I know you got to have a bull if you're going to have cows, but are a bunch of cows down in Florida?
Maybe they're the water bulls.
Like, I don't know. I just found the bulls to be weird. Now, you can sit there and say, well, John, there ain't a bunch of tigers running around Memphis. Have you been to the
point.
zoo?
Maybe they have a bull at a zoo.
Dude, who puts a bull in a zoo? It's a farm animal.
Well, I mean, we've got farm animals at our zoo. Pigs and
We have
sheep
pigs?
Yeah. I think they're pigs.
I don't know. They're probably like some...
They have like the whole farm exhibit, you know?
I haven't been to the zoo in a while.
I was about to ask, when's the last time you've been to the
I was
zoo?
going to say, it's been a while. I took my kids all the time, and now that they're like full-grown adults.
I go like a couple times a year, I'd say.
I used to have that damn pass. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've been contemplating it, John.
Well, I had it for years and years and years. When you have kids, go ahead and get it because it's definitely worth it. If you don't have kids, don't get it because you're probably not going to go to the zoo as much.
What if you act like a kid, like myself?
Well, I act like a kid all the time.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I'm a very big grown-up child.
Good point. Man, John, this freezing or whatever they want to call it, it's coming down out there.
Is it raining again?
Sure is. I'm looking out the window right now. It's coming down hard.
Oh, man, coming out hard. By the way, speaking of coming out hard, did you see Project Pat was trending today?
Was he?
Yep.
I did not.
Show
see that.
was. He was on, at least on my damn feed he was.
Why?
Why was he trending?
Yeah.
Because he's freaking Project Pat, bro.
So no reason, just because.
I mean, people were just dropping like their favorite Project Pat songs. I'm sure there's actually a reason. Now you got me pulling my ex up because I'm a big man. I love me a little 8-ball MJG. See, and that's the other thing is that's why I struggle with today's rap game. Like, you know, it's just it ain't old school Memphis rap. Little 3-6, little 8-ball MJG. Now it's Blueface and what's those what's the Chris Brown? Is he a rapper?
Oh yeah, I like Chris Brown.
And
Poison
Travis
Ivy.
Scott. They're terrible. They're terrible. But anyway, that's just, of course, my opinion. But yeah, Project Pat was trending. How did I get on Project Pat?
I don't know. My buddy has an unreleased song with Project Pat.
He what?
What?
Your buddy rapped with Project Pat?
He got a feature from Project Pat.
For real? Bring your buddy up here. I want to hang out with him. Does he smoke left-handed cigarettes?
I don't think so.
So he's a rapper who doesn't smoke pot.
That's right.
That's like a mermaid that doesn't swim.
Huh.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I think he just probably tells you don't smoke.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I don't smoke in front of you.
That's right. No, well, that's right.
Unless you actually came over to the crib, then I wouldn't care. It's my house. My house, my business. But we got Tiger basketball tonight. We got all kinds of wonderful Tiger talk at 11:30 with Isaac Simpson. Plus, we're going to talk about the Grizzlies, what they're doing. Grizzlies, they're on the TNT tonight against Minnesota. Did you see Ant-Man's dunk?
No.
It was the top 10 play of the week, bro.
I missed it.
It was so nasty. Is right like right now, is anybody playing better than Ant-Man?
It's hard. I mean, he's definitely one of the young stars in the league, rising star, if you will. He's fun to watch.
He's shooting almost 50% from the field, almost 85. He's 85% from the free throw line, averaging 26 points. He's doing everything you can ask. And you know who has the number one record in the West?
The Timberwolves.
Damn right. And Minnesota was 16-2 at home this season. Grizzlies, however, 11-10 on the road. Better road record than they have a home record. That's for
right.
I'm sure, because they're 4-10 at home.
John, what do you? It's kind of been the story of the last 2 days, and we didn't get to discuss it yesterday for several reasons.
Because I was looking really good yesterday.
I couldn't take my eyes off you, John. But that Amazon is now has a stake in Diamond Sports, which is Bally's, and that now Bally's is likely going to go to Prime Video, is what the thought is right now.
Yeah, I have a few thoughts on that one actually. No, okay. I have to tell you something. I have the Peacock now. And this is what ticks me off.
John, did you watch Indiana and Purdue on it the other night?
No,
it was
I
a
didn't.
Peacock exclusive, John. I told you to watch it.
You did tell me it. I got up in the NBA yesterday.
This was 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago? Oh, no, I might have. It's just 2 days ago. I don't really remember much. I was at Neil's.
2 days ago was wild, yes.
By the way, Neil's where the Fat Man rocks. That dude never closes his bar.
Yeah, they've been open.
They've been open the whole time. And
times.
can I just tell you something? Like, every person in the city who likes to get out and have a cocktail was at Neil's.
Well, I mean, when you've been snowed in all week,
It was buck wild. And you know that we do some spots for Neil's, right?
That's right.
You know, Neil's is where the Fat Man rocks.
That's right.
Now,
everybody knows
Neil's.
Neil's.
Everybody knows Neil's. And they're not doing plate lunches this week, by the way. Just so you know, no plate lunches. They're doing their regular menu. I got a couple burgers. I got some pizza. I got me a club sandwich, a little sausage cheese plate.
What's your favorite thing at Neil's, other than the drinks?
I will say,
Like food
Mary Ann, the bartender. She's my favorite. Do you know why?
Why is that?
She pours the fattest drink you have ever seen in your
Well,
life.
that's good.
So I got a shot. I go, yeah. Just, you know what? It's cold outside. I said, just, give me a little shot. I need some brown liquor today. Give me a little Jack Daniels to kind of warm me up. And usually a shot's an ounce, maybe an ounce and a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
She brought it over. It was a 5-ounce shot.
Wow.
Now you know why I was struggling so
Well,
bad yesterday.
a lot of things make sense now, John.
Yeah, it was wild. But go to Neil's, see their wonderful people over there. It is where the Fat Man rocks, and it's been absolutely beautiful. They got their TVs, they got everything going on over there, and they got peeps galore. Just be extra special careful today, as the roads have not been this bad all week long. They've actually been very nice. But again, Grizzlies play the Timberwolves. Now, we are going to talk Tigers and Grizzlies with Isaac Simpson. We are going to do Hardwood because it feels so good. We're going to talk Rebels with Evie Van Pelt. But did you watch any of the NBA slate last night, Mr. Brian Dacus?
John, I'll be honest. I was watching college basketball last night.
See, okay, you know what's
I'm sorry.
funny? If I have more money on one sport than the other,
You'll watch.
then that's
I did
what I'm
see
going to pay attention.
the Lakers got a big win last night.
Dude, the
over-
Lakers
over
beat
Dallas.
the hell out
It
of
was
Dallas.
Like,
The
127
only
to
game that I
110.
lost actually yesterday was I took Dallas plus the 3.5, and that was a stupid bet because I bet with my heart and not my mind.
That was the only game you lost.
It's the only game I lost yesterday.
So you didn't end up betting on Ole Miss.
Oh no, hell no! I had a
Good.
friend,
Then I did enough yesterday.
I had a friend call me and tell me, "Don't touch that with a 10-foot pole."
so me telling you not to bet it was not enough. You had to
No.
have someone else call
No,
you.
I need double verification. When
I
you
see.
told me no, it put something in my head, and then a buddy who's very connected told me and said, "Bruh, don't touch."
Well, I'm glad because I was watching it
don't
last night and I was just
touch
shaking my
that.
head, going, "I can't believe John bet this."
Oh, thank God! No, thank God I didn't. And that's probably one of the reasons I was deep up in the NBA. But I got so lucky. Do you know Anthony Simons?
I love Anthony Simons.
I love everything about
At
him.
one point was supposed to
except for
come to Memphis.
I don't like his hair.
Interesting.
Like his hair game is terrible. Like, you are a millionaire rich dude. Can you do me a favor and make it look like you went to a barber and had it coiffed or something? He looks like he rolled out of bed on an alley and then came to work and didn't shower. But he hit the game-winning shot. I had under 222. Went way under, but it was all tied up with 4.9 seconds left in the ball game. And Simons, because if it went into overtime, I was going to lose. You know that, right? And Anthony Simons hit the game-winning shot. I enjoyed watching the Nets and the Trailblazers. I love Chauncey Billups. I like the way Chauncey Billups coach, the way he coaches basketball.
I do too.
I have to say, I think he was a good hire, a very, very, very strong candidate. Trailblazers did get a 105-103 win, and I got a very good cover on the under. The Lakers, though, man, I can't believe I'm about to do this. It's so hard for me. You know I don't like Anthony Davis, right?
John might be your least favorite player in the NBA.
The two players in all of sports that I like the least are on the same team together: LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron is a beep. He's just a whiner. He thinks his ish don't stink. Just his whole thing. But damn it, dude, I ain't stupid. And by the way, don't wear 23. I don't like that you ain't Michael Jordan, homie. Seriously, every time I see him, if I was like a sniper or something, I might have to put a BB in his keister if I ever showed up at a game and saw him wearing that 23. Well, I've seen him play about 25 times. But point is, I'm not a big fan of LeBron. I've never been a big fan of Anthony Davis. One, all I want to do is get that guy to pluck his eyebrows. Go get those eyebrows waxed. You know you're a millionaire. You can make them into two, man. I have a unibrow. But would you know it? Because I get my eyebrows waxed, homie.
There you go.
That's right. I go get my eyebrows waxed. My girl, she gets a bikini wax, and we all good. Do you know what a bikini wax is?
I do.
Do you really?
I do, John.
So actually proud of you.
Thank you.
I think they look very painful. I'm glad I
Do
don't
you
have
get
to
it?
do
I
that.
was about to say, did you get a bikini wax?
No. How did I get on bikinis? Oh, Anthony Davis, by the way. His game last night was so. When he is playing at a level that he's playing, you can't beat him. He was dropping dimes and throwing passes. Both of him and LeBron James, some of the passes they threw last night, they were just seeing the court like you wouldn't believe. Anthony Davis was awesome. He had 12 boards, 28 points, and he should have had 10 assists. But did you know when he got a kickback late in the game to LeBron James, guess who missed the junt?
Who's that?
It was LeBron.
Was it?
It would have given him his 10th assist. But man, when the Lakers play like that, and that's the thing is, I'm not a fan of the way this team and this roster are put together. But when they're playing at high levels, I mean, Darvin Ham and the Lakers have been having problems this season. They won the in-season tournament. They got hot. Then they've been absolutely terrible. And then all of a sudden, Anthony Davis is playing at another level. LeBron James is playing at another level. And D'Lo, who I cannot you know what? I just don't like this team. I don't like Austin Reeves. I don't like D'Lo.
Rui Hachimura?
I like Vanderbilt. And I like Rui.
Okay.
I like Rui,
Okay.
and I like Vanderbilt and Rui.
John, I just saw this stat, and I guess they flashed up during the game last night. Again, I unfortunately did not watch the NBA last night. LeBron James has played against 35% of all players in NBA history.
What? Because he's been in the league for 20 years.
Right. That is a crazy number.
That is a crazy number. Damn. And again, I'm giving LeBron. I mean, I know LeBron's a great basketball player. He's just an annoying human being. Like even last night, like even when Cassidy Hubbard's interviewing, great night, LeBron. Your son's having a great night on the other channel.
11 points, John.
And you got your ass kicked by Arizona.
Well, they were down 3 starters, John. I mean,
they were down.
and Arizona's a good team.
All right, I'm going to just go ahead and
Love
make
Arizona.
this. LeBron James' son will only play in the NBA if LeBron James continues to play and he gets him in there. And then once he's gone, he will be cut. He is a G League player. He's not even a G League player. Go play down in Puerto Rico. Go play overseas. Bronny James, please. Now, Master P son, a real rapper. Like his son Percy don't play games.
Where is Percy at now?
I don't know. I just know I like him. Because I like Master P much
John,
more than LeBron James.
I can't deal with you.
I'm actually I think I'm actually talking sports today, am I not?
No, you are. You are.
But the Lakers did dominate. And last night was just fun. There was game winners left and right.
His son is at Tennessee State now?
Cool. I love Tennessee State.
He was at Louisville.
Yeah, but have you seen what's going on in Louisville?
No. I don't know. John, I'll have to do some more research. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You've done a fabulous job. I appreciate your help. But we also had some crazy games. Did you watch the Hawks Magic game by any chance?
John, again, I watched. He's at Louisville right now, John. Hersey Miller.
Yeah, that's right. That's my boy.
Louisville right now. Not playing well. I did not. I watched college basketball last night, John.
Dude, I like the Magic. I like this team. They're doing really well. They got some young studs. And my man, Paolo Banchero, hits a three-pointer to tie the game with like 4 seconds left.
I
and
love
then it was
Paolo.
DeJounte Murray. DeJounte came down there, hit that game winner. That Hawks Magic game was awesome. Like, that was back and forth. I don't think that anybody ever had a lead of more than like 6 or 7 points throughout that whole damn game. Like, it was nip-tuck the whole time. So I enjoyed a little NBA action last night. We are going to talk a little NBA with Isaac Simpson. We got a lot of games today, a whole lot of games. Grizzlies on the road playing the Timberwolves. They're catching 12.5 points. Probably a game I'm not going to touch with a 10-foot pole. But we do have some college hoops. Again, don't forget your Memphis Tigers are playing at the Grindhouse tonight. South Florida. Wolo's going to try to get down there. Everybody who tries to get down there, make sure you leave extremely early.
Yeah, they actually just put out a tweet that said that everything is still planning to be on tonight. Just be safe.
Yeah, be safe out there. Seriously, be safe. Tigers 11.5-point favorites over the Bulls. We're going to take a quick timeout. And, oh, by the way, also we got some NFL talk today. There's some Baker Mayfield nuggets that I got that I thought are pretty fascinating.
Okay.
We'll do that and so much more, but don't forget Isaac Simpson. He comes up next. It's Tigers, it's Grizzlies on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Do you want a greener, more weed-free lawn? If you're like me, you can't stand the sight of dandelions, clover, or especially crabgrass. Hi, I'm Brandon Hawley, president of Lawn Solutions. We are your locally owned and operated weed control and fertilization company. We are also experts in disease and insect control on your lawn and landscape. Our uniformed technicians are full-time, year-round licensed and certified by the state of Tennessee. Lawn Solutions' personalized service is far more superior to that of national companies that promise but simply cannot deliver. We return phone calls, we keep appointments, and we want your business. What we will not do is bother you with endless phone calls or junk mail. Lawn Solutions will not sell you something your lawn doesn't need. If you're looking for a local lawn care company to kill your weeds and feed your grass, then Lawn Solutions is the finest. Call us at 867-5626. That's 867-5626. Or go online at LawnSolutionsInc.net. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for your business.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the Bag Boys.
What?
Bag Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag Boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of JVC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
At Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike, new inventory is arriving daily, and we've got what you've been looking for to start the new year off right. Get off to a great year in your award-winning 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, $329 a month, or buy it for $29,910. Take a spin in your new 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, $29,445, or lease for $449 a month. How about 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, 420 total range MPGe? You own it for $649 a month. Plus, no worries with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. You want it? We Gossett at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or online anytime, memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
PHEV PZ06203 MSRP 44,355 Sport RU 001136 MSRP 28,000 Eclipse RZO 12051 MSRP 31,700 includes all rebates and incentives PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with TaxSlayer feels like discovering a refund tree has grown in your backyard.
I'm the refund tree.
Sawing off its branches.
Hey.
Feeding them through a wood chipper.
My branches! My beautiful branches!
And dancing in its refund rain. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdingers. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdingers, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdingers offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus on this, like we had snow, we've had ice, we've had all kinds of stuff. The roads haven't been bad at all this week, but now they are absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So be safe out there. We have Grizzlies on the road. We don't have to worry about trying to get to the Grindhouse to see them, but you do have to worry about getting to the Grindhouse if you want to watch your Memphis Tigers. They play the Bulls tonight, South Florida Bulls. It is, by the way, a 6 o'clock tip. Tigers right now 11.5-point favorite over the Bulls. Goodness gracious. Dave might have to leave right now if he wants to get down there on time.
For real.
I'm telling you, it's just nuts out there. Now, we are going to talk with Isaac Simpson. I've been worried about Isaac all week. Like, he's just an amazing human being, but he's also a Cowboys fan. And I don't know if you know this, but Cowboys didn't play very good.
No, I know, John.
It was really ugly, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was very ugly.
John, you called me, and I won't give the whole story, but you called me needing something from me, and you tried to sugarcoat it by wanting to talk the Dallas Cowboys game with me when you knew I was living in hell at the time.
I know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right, I did. I did pretty good.
You're like, it's okay. They're only down 21 points. They score here, get a stop, they're back in the game. It's like, no, John, no, it's over.
Yeah, you were so depressed.
I was.
Oh, my goodness. But it is time to talk a little bit with Isaac Simpson. First and foremost, Isaac, you chilling at the crib?
Man, chilling at the crib, man. I'm not even thinking about going out there. I'm good at driving in snow and ice, but as I tweeted out earlier, man, I don't trust these Memphis drivers out here on these streets, man. So I'm just chilling right now.
Man, I promise you, today was the worst. It took me, which takes me 7 to 10 minutes on a bad day to get here. It took me 40 minutes to get to work today.
Yeah, man. I'm seeing the videos, man. It looks rough out there today, man, because it's turning to ice now, man. And
it is ice. That's all
it is.
Good
thing, man. Snow is one thing, but ice is definitely a different beast, man.
It is a different beast. Before I get into a little bit of hoops, I wanted to bring this up to you. Mike McCarthy. Before I get into asking you how you feel about him, I do want to remind you his career coaching record: 167, 102-2. He's 11-11 in the playoffs. He also has a Super Bowl win. Do you know whose record is eerily close to Mike McCarthy's? Mike Tomlin, 173, 100, and 2 ties. 8-10 in the playoffs, also won Super Bowl. One is looked at as a genius. The other is looked at as a bumbling idiot. Tell me what you think about the way that Mike McCarthy is portrayed now that the Dallas Cowboys have basically said that they are going to continue with him at the helm.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the minority on this. I think it was the right move to bring him back. As bad as that situation was, I mean, when you look at it in a broader scope, third year in a row, you're 12-5. That offense looked the best that I've seen in years. It was number one in the NFL in offense overall, and that was with Mike McCarthy calling the plays. And you listen to the players, man, to a man. They all vouched for him. Even Dak even went so far as to say that if you're getting rid of Mike McCarthy, you probably need to get rid of him. And we won a division, like you said, 12-5. As bad as that loss was to Green Bay, it's unexcusable. I get it. I think there needs to be major changes made. We've seen this happen time and time again with this organization. I just don't, unless you were planning on completely blowing it up, like you're going to moving off Dak, you're moving on, going a completely different direction. I think if you had any thoughts on trying to compete or kind of being at that same level next year, I think it was the right move. I mean, he has 1 year left on his deal. If there's nothing they can say, like he had a press conference this morning that says that people just got to believe in them, that they have a championship program in place. Nothing that they say at this point is going to make anybody believe in them. It's just the game's got to be played. They're going to be there next year, and the proof is going to have to be in the pudding. The games are going to be played, and if it doesn't work out next year, I think at that point then you blow it up. His contract is over. We'll see if Dak. I think Dak is going to get the extension, and that's another reason. If you're going to extend Dak, which they are, I don't think there's any question that he's going to be the highest paid player in the NFL at that point, and people are going to be freaking out about that. But that's going to happen. If as much as Dak gave him credit for having the best season in his career this year, All-Pro, in order for you just needed to bring him back. That's just where I'm at on it. I know most fans think that they should have moved on. I definitely think Dan Quinn needs to go. They've even announced this morning that
Dan Quinn, by the way, I'm going to be on it, and this is going to be me being kind. I wouldn't have let Dan Quinn come back in the second half. They never made any adjustments. That was piss poor.
I have no idea what was going on. They've been a man team all year. And he comes out there on Sunday and decides he wants to play zone. Like, I have no idea what it was. It almost felt like sabotage, to be honest. Like, he's trying to kick him on the way out. Like, he knew he was leaving. And like, man, I'm just going to come out here and do anything. That just guys wide open. Like, you see some of those catches, man. Guys, there was a defender even in the frame, like 40 yards off of the out. You couldn't even see a Cowboy defender anywhere. It was insane, man.
The Jordan Love throw where he literally just threw it like a rainbow way high down the right side, and you're like, what the hell is he doing throwing it away? And the ball comes down from way in the down the sky, and my man, the tight end, is just wide open by himself.
I'm like, I couldn't believe it.
Nobody around. I was like, what in the heck is going on? But yeah, that I'm not trying to relive some painful memories from you. I just kind of was wondering because you are a big Cowboy fan. Everybody talks about him.
Man.
It definitely was. It had to be painful. The number 2 seed at home, they were 16-0.
I mean, just set up. I mean, perfect setup. I mean, that's in years. That's the best path that they had the potential to get back to an NFC Championship game, get to a Super Bowl. You weren't going to get set up much better than that. Obviously, other than having the number 1 seed and having to bye. I'm always skeptical just because of years and years of this type of stuff happening. But this year, it kind of felt different to me. I thought this might be the year that they actually did it, man. And same old, man. It's just almost unbelievable, though, that you come out, even if you were going to lose the game, man, to lose it like that in that situation. It was just kind of surreal to see, man.
Now, the Packers do go on the road to play the 49ers. They just went down to Big D and took care of business. They're going to be out at Levi Stadium. That's a Saturday game on Fox at 7:15. It's a little Brock Purdy, a little run MC. Christian McCaffrey doing his thing, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. Like, yeah, they got weapons galore. But this Packers, very young wide receiving core, very underrated. Jordan Love has played out of his damn mind over the last 9 weeks. Packers on the road at the 49ers. Do you give the Packers a chance? They're a 10-point dog.
Hey, I don't. Like, I think San Francisco is going to roll over them like Dallas should have. Like, I think that was more about the Cowboys. Not to take anything away from Jordan Love. He's been fantastic. But I think that game was more about
2 pick sixes basically from Dak. Like, yeah, that's kind of bad when you have Dak after the first quarter had given up more receiving yards to his opponents. Like they had more return yards, I guess, from the interceptions than he had passing yards.
Yeah, man, it was rough. Like I said, with Dak, and I know that game was bad. He didn't play well at all, but I still think more of it had to do with the defense. He was put in a bad position, and a lot of times when you're in a big playoff game, you're down, especially getting down quickly like they did. He was trying to force some things in there. Going on with CeeDee Lamb, his connection wasn't working as well. I think he was trying to force feed him some, and he just made some bad throws. And that's not to give him an excuse for it, but I think he was pressing a little bit, and I think that's kind of understandable, the position they were in, because they came out and got punched in the mouth. I mean, Green Bay took the toss, took the ball, went right up and down the field. And it's just it didn't feel good from the beginning. I was like, uh-oh, after that first drive like this, because we've seen Aaron Jones do this before. Every time he plays
against the Cowboys, he goes off.
When he scored that first touchdown, I was like, man, this might be a long night, and it definitely was. Well, I didn't think it was going to be that long, but it was even longer than I thought it was going to be. So that's nuts, man. It's still kind of surreal thinking back. Like, you look back at that season, it's just crazy that it ended the way it did.
All right, now we got to get back to hoops. I'm sorry. I just, I could talk football all day long. It's, football is, playoff football especially is out of control. But right now, we got a little Tiger basketball going on tonight. Playing South Florida, they're playing the Bulls. What they did to the Shockers was amazing. That second half was ridiculous. JQ's playing as good as anybody. Jaquan Walton's finally hitting his shots. Everybody knows David Jones is the real deal. Holyfield. I'm loving everything I'm seeing from Memphis. What do you expect tonight at the house? Probably not going to be a very, very good crowd because the weather is terrible. Tigers, now in the top 10. Can they sleepwalk and still beat a South Florida team and cover the spread?
Well, what I saw in that second half at Wichita State, that's what I've been wanting to see over these last 5 to 6 games, and that's what we hadn't seen from this team. Even though the first half in that game, they didn't come out and like they had been the previous 5 games. I mean, Wichita State was going back and forth. The defense was kind of an issue, but they were scoring. They didn't come out like they didn't have a game that day. Like, we've seen them show up in these first halves where they're just sleepwalking. That wasn't the case. But in that second half, I think they showed you the full potential of what this team can be when it's at its best. Because, I mean, they locked in on defense, and they were still scoring, knocking down threes. I think you have to be excited as a Tiger fan with Jaquan Walton coming out of his shell. I had a feeling that going back to his previous stomping grounds at Wichita that he would kind of break out of his shell, and boy, did he. And that's a welcome sign with Caleb Mills going down. You needed him to be the player that kind of expected him to be coming in, and he was absolutely that. So I think that brings this team up another level. When he's playing and knocking down threes like that and playing well, that gives this team added punch. And that's the type of player that he is. Like, I don't know what was going on the rest of those games, because when he came in, man, I thought that he could potentially be the best player on his team, and he has that type of talent. I think you saw that on full display. But as I said, man, they have to take these games seriously. These teams are gonna be gunning for them. They're a top 10 team. These teams, they don't have the opportunity to play many teams out like that, and they're gonna, even in Memphis, not just on the road, they're gonna come out and try to throw a punch. So Memphis has to play to their potential and have the focus that we saw in that second half. I really do. If this team plays to their potential, like we saw in the second half, and they take all these games seriously, and they go in there with that business-like mindset of, we just got to go in here and play our game and win these games, they can sweep the AAC. That's crazy to say, and it's hard to do, and I wouldn't necessarily pick them to do it, but if they go out there and play like they did in the second half, they will do that. FAU is ranked, but I don't. That team, I knew coming into this season with them now moving over to the AAC and not being, they're now the 100 and teams, that's a name now, so teams get up for them, and we've seen them struggle with that in this league, and got three losses to bad teams. Brian lost to Florida Gulf Coast, also lost to Charlotte in the AAC. We've seen them kind of struggle with that. I believe Memphis is the better team. It was never any question to me even at the start of the season, but they had them ranked in the top 10 because of the run they made last year. But I think Memphis is definitely the best team in this conference. And, again, there's another opponent tonight, man, and USF that you're double-digit favorite on, man. Just got to go out there and take care of business. They have some good players on this team. Chris Youngblood, a guard, averages about 15 points a game. He's really good. They have some decent size. They have some guys on this team. But, again, if Memphis plays to their level, man, nobody in this conference can really mess with them.
Man, and Wichita State's on the road playing the Florida Atlantic team tonight, the Owls, down in Boca. So that'll be it. And by the way, did you see the line on that game? I was kind of shocked.
I was surprised. I was kind of surprised by that.
16
was
points?
15 and a half?
Last I saw it was FAU was minus 16.
Yeah, I saw it at 15 and a half. Yeah, that's a big number. I don't know about that. Like, I know
that's what I'm saying.
That Wichita State team can put points on the board like that. That's a big number. I don't think I'd mess with that one, man. If I was going to take it, I think I would take Wichita State with that one, because that stood out to me too. I saw that this morning. I was like 15 and a half. I was like, that seems pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. We're talking with Isaac Simpson. You can follow him on Twitter at Isaac_NBA. Make sure you check him out at Ethos Grizzlies. Don't forget the TigerSportsReport.com. You cool to take a little time out, pay a few bills, and come back on the other side and talk about them Grizz?
Yes, sir.
Man,
yes,
we're
sir.
talking with Isaac Simpson on a Thirsty Thursday. We're going to be back in Two Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey everybody, if you're ready to drive a new Silverado into 2024, All-Star Chevy right here in Olive Branch has financing down to 1.9 or up to $7,500 cash. And you can get another $2,250 with your trade on select vehicles. And you are going to love these new All-Star Chevy Equinoxes or Trailblazers with financing down to 1.9 and no payment for 90 days. That's 3 months with no payments, and your good credit deserves it. If you want a certified certified pre-owned Chevy or any pre-owned, All-Star is loaded up with lots of pre-owned Silverados, Tahoes, Traverse with the third row seats so you could do more together, Jeeps, Broncos. If it's not here, just ask Jeff and he'll find it for you. And Kevin and Jeff and everyone here at All-Star Chevy asked me to wish every one of you a very happy and healthy new year. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
The holidays are over and everyone has that little bit of Christmas money they didn't have a month ago. And studies have shown the best way to spend money you did nothing to earn is to do something extravagant, like taking yourself and others, if necessary, to 117 Prime, Memphis's premier downtown dining destination. Meemaw may not have intended that crisp Benjamin to go to having the best steak of your life, but she didn't specify what it should be spent on, did she? Go ahead. Feel all warm and fuzzy knowing that somebody else has foot in the bill for 117 Prime.
It's a new year, and Family Leisure has a new way to bring family and fun together. All you have to do is walk into Family Leisure and look around. All those floor model patio sets you see, those have got to go. So Family Leisure can make room for all the new sets coming. Get a wicker sofa set for under $2,000. Pool tables under $1,500. Theater seating for under $2,000. Hot tubs for $4,000 or just for yourself. If you really want to lounge, they're under $5,000. Need patio cushions? Get them as low as $25. Oh, have you seen those infrared steam saunas? Well, now they and the traditional saunas are 25% off. It may just be the first few weeks of 2024, but that doesn't mean you can't start getting ready for summer. Two final things. Purchase your above-ground pool now and get first in line for installation and take advantage of special financing that's available. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, bringing the family and the fun back together.
East Memphis Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store. It's really a customer service store. With 20 employees along with complete inventory of items, big to little, finding what you need is easy. Choosing from a complete selection of Big Green Egg as well as Traeger and Weber grills. And the Garden Center has everything for your yard. You can get glass cut, repair screens, even new keys with key fob programming. Tools, nuts, bolts, screws, you need it, East Memphis Ace Hardware has it. And they're just down the street at the corner of Quince and White Station.
Top 25 Memphis basketball is back at FedEx Forum Thursday, January 18th at 6 for the Six Main game. Come out as we celebrate you, the Six Main. Mystery giveaway to the first 1,000 fans and special in-game presentations celebrating you. Be on the lookout on Memphis Tigers social media for special giveaways around the city. Be there and be loud, 6th Main. Purchase your tickets at gotigersgo.com/tickets.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. It's a thirsty Thursday in the Mid-South. Man, not thirst traps. Those aren't the dangerous things on Thirsty Thursdays. The roads are dangerous. My goodness, it's icy as all get out there. I guess it warmed up enough to, like, melt a little something. Did you say we had rain today?
Yeah, like freezing rain.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Where was I?
I don't know. Falling.
I did slip. I knocked my breath. Went outside today and tried to go down the steps, and they've been perfectly fine because they had snow on them. This morning, hit the first one. Whoop! Hands go, feet go out. Landed flat on my back. Lucky I didn't hit my head, but I knocked my breath out. I forgot how bad that hurt when you knock your breath out. Like, man. So be careful out there, people. Be careful on the road. But we gotta talk a little bit about this Grizzlies team, and we got the best to do it. We got Isaac Simpson. Isaac. How the heck did the Grizzlies win the other night? Is he there? Is there anybody out there? Isaac. I don't think Isaac's there anymore. You might have to call him back.
You hear me?
Oh, I got you. I think you had mute hit, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I had it on mute. Yeah, man. I think just competing hard. I don't think the Warriors expected that type of effort. I think they thought they just rolled in here and no
Draymond
really
Green's
crowd
return
there
and everything. Man, I honestly, I didn't think they had a chance, to be honest with you. The Grizzlies' fourth quarter was flat out ridiculous. They were awesome, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but you got to think about it. A G League team, basically, no disrespect, but what appears to be almost a G League team right now with Gigi and Zaire and Vince and all them doing their business, Luke playing tons of minutes. They went out there and beat the Warriors at home 116-107. It was Draymond Green's return. Everybody who made it out to FedEx Forum, I think they came for one reason, and that was just to boo Draymond the whole night. But it was a big win by the Grizzlies. But they go on the road tonight to play Minnesota, and Ant-Man is playing as good as anybody in the NBA. His dunk the other night was one of the nastiest I've seen in a long time. On the road, playing the Timberwolves, Grizzlies got a chance tonight?
Man, it's got to be tough. I think for me, I don't think wins and losses at this point are the most important thing. I think the most important thing is watching Gigi Jackson and Vince Williams and those young guys' development. I think that's the big thing about this, and I'm really glad that these guys got this opportunity. I don't think they would have gotten this opportunity if it wasn't for attrition, it wasn't for the crazy amount of injuries they had. And it is crazy because they would have had these guys in the D League. I think they obviously found out that they had a player in Vince Williams Jr., and I think they're going to find it out. I mean, already finding out that they have a player already in Gigi Jackson, which no surprise to me because I've been saying ever since the beginning that he should have been up with the big club and he was better than some of these other wings that they were still trying to prove that they weren't draft. So I think Gigi's going to be a big time player, man. He's exciting to watch. Like I said, man, only 19 years old.
He's a baby.
Special, yeah, it was special to see him get that walk-off interview on Inside the NBA with Charles, Kenny, and Shaq. That was really fun to see how much in shock he was of getting that interview. He said they asked him, did he think that that's how the night was going to end? He said, no, I had no idea I would be on here with you guys. But I think that was a special moment, and I think that's the beginning of a lot of moments. I mean, first two games, 20-plus points in both games, and just a tremendous debut. I'm just glad that he's able to get these minutes because I think he's going to show that he's going to be a real player and they got a real steal in this draft going forward.
Now, again, Gigi coming out of South Carolina, I didn't even, think about. I'm sorry. This is a guy I never expected to be somebody who'd actually get real minutes. Do you think, though, again, he's 19 years old, he's worked on his shot, he's got the NBA body. Is he somebody who's going to end up being a role player in the NBA for a few years to come, or is this just a flash in the pan?
Man, honestly, I think he can be more than a role player. I think he has all-star potential. I was a guy that he was on my radar before the Grizzlies drafted him. That South Carolina situation was a mess last year. He was only 17 years old at that point. He was supposed to be a high school senior, and he was kind of all they had. There was some negative talk about him as far as being uncoachable and had some kind of issues, but that team was a mess, and he was young, and he was basically the guy on that team. He had to do everything for them, and people talk about the efficiency numbers. When you're in that position, he's the guy that every team that played against South Carolina had to scout against. He was going to take some bad shots at times because he had to. He was their entire offense, so he was going to take some late second shots, take some bad shots. But if you watch this game, man, at that size, skill-wise, when you look at guys in college, he's one of the best I've seen as far as one-on-one shot creation. And I don't want anybody to go crazy and think I'm saying he's going to turn out to be these guys. But when we did our draft coverage, pre-draft coverage at Ethos Grizzlies, breaking down prospects, when you looked at him at South Carolina, a lot of the stuff that you saw from him as far as one-on-one ability and shot creation looks a lot like Kevin Durant. And I'm not saying at all he's going to be that guy, but some of those moves where he gets down to that high pull-up, able to get to his spots, and it looked awesome. That's a translatable NBA skill, and I think you've seen some of that here. I think the knock on him was biggest knock was his defense, and he's even shown some flashes there. I know it's only been 2 games, but I think he could be an all-star level player. I know that's a big proclamation after 2 games, but just knowing the stuff that he has in his bag and knowing the fact that he's only 19 years old, he looks good already. I don't think this is just a fluke. It is just guys are not playing, and he's the only sole offense. the stuff that he's doing, I think, is repeatable. I mean, those shots look good. He's knocking down threes with ease. And like I said, to score 20 points in your first 2 games, that's not something that you see from a lot of guys fresh out of the D-League. I think this is for real, and I think even if this team was healthy, he wouldn't have 20 points because you got John, some of those guys out there. He's not going to get the same amount of shots, but I think he would still be a really good player even with those guys on the floor. Like, I'm a big believer in his, and I think they got something special going on with Gigi.
A couple years from now, Vince Williams Jr. or Gigi, who do you think is going to be, I guess, giving more meaningful minutes?
Well, I think Gigi's ceiling is higher as far as just a
I mean, he's what, 4 years younger than Vince Williams?
Volume. I think Vince Williams is more in that dog defensive player role. He's better than, I'm not going to say Tony Allen. He's better than Tony Allen offensively, but he's that type of guy. He's not a guy that's going to go off for you points all the time. They're going to be nights where he can, because he can knock down threes. He's a better offensive player than Tony, but I think Gigi is more in a mold of a guy that you can basically run offense to. Like, I think he's going to be a high-volume scorer, so I would say his ceiling is higher, but Vince Williams Jr. also just brings all the intangibles. He does everything. I mean, he knocks down threes, he rebounds. We know what he can do on the defensive end. He just gives it all. So I think they're different kind of players, but, yeah, man, I think Gigi, they've been looking for a big wing for a long time, man, and I think these are the 2 guys I don't think they felt like would be those kind of guys. I think myself and some others were kind of on that train, but I think these are the 2 guys that are going to be the wings, and they've been pushing Zaire, LaRavia, and Roddy, and I think they've been pushing the wrong guys the whole time.
Man, Isaac, do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can find your podcast. You love Grizzlies. You're going to love listening to Isaac. Tell them where they can find it and also find your work over there at TigerSportsReport.com.
Yeah, man, Ethos Grizzlies. At Ethos Grizzlies on Twitter. Go over there and give us a like and a follow. Definitely appreciate that. As John said, at TigerSportsReport.com and my personal X feed at Isaac_NBA.
And never miss him on a Thirsty Thursday right here with me. Isaac, be blessed. Stay warm and enjoy the weather in your house because it's frigid and it's cold and it's icy outside, my friend.
Man, definitely going to do that, man. Talk to you next week.
That's Isaac Simpson. We're going to take a quick timeout because on the other side, we've got Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk. It's time to talk about the Ole Miss Rebels on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78, that's Lamar, and the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off of Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday baked chicken, Italian Tuesday, spaghetti, ravioli, Italian spinach, delicious fried catfish, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday, Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $8.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $10.95. And veggie plate, $9.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Man, you're making me hungry.
Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Eddie Smith plays Sundays 5 to 9, Mondays karaoke, Tuesdays Debbie Jameson, Wednesdays Elmo and the Shades, Thursdays John Williams and the A440 Band at Neil's.
Where the fat man rocks.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
All 650 acquisition fee. Forte RE722-812, MSRP 21590. Sorrento PG 242-710, MSRP 33010. Telluride RG 462822, MSRP 38705. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2024 with approved credit dealer stock only.
Hey, Jeff Allen, Happy New Year, dude. Hey, what's happening over there at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
Let's start the new year off right in your new Kia with 41 MPG Highway 2024 Kia Forte LXS $239 a month, $27.99 due at signing. Got a big family? Get a 2023 Kia Sorrento LX $319 a month, $34.99 due at signing. Plus a 2024 Kia Telluride LX $449 a month, $34.99 due at signing. All 36 months lease.
And every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
And stop by and see the all-new EV9 all-electric SUV. So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMTMoriah.com.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Thursday, everybody. And if you can hear my voice, be careful. The roads are terrible. I've been driving around all week long. Then I go out this morning, I fall and knock my breath out because the damn ice almost killed me. And then driving here takes me 7 minutes maybe. Took me 45 minutes to get here. Had two people who ran into each other, and then they stopped. And then I couldn't get around. It's rough. So people, if you don't have to get out, don't get out. But if you are going to tonight's Tigers game, it's at 6 o'clock. They're playing South Florida. You might want to leave now. The weather is terrible. But now it's time to talk about them Rebels. What's up, Evie? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I have power here now, which I was without power a couple of days ago when it got down to, -5 feels like. So it only lasts a few hours for me. So,
Whoa. What did you do?
Oh, my gosh. I was grumpy. I was really grumpy. I felt pretty sorry for David being around me because I was so grumpy. And, of course, I was completely unprepared. My phone wasn't charged. I mean, who doesn't keep their phone charged? So then I'm sitting out in the car with the car running. But that was okay because I had the heater on, and that at least felt a little better. But you know me and all my animals, so that's what I was the most worried about. Were the kind of animals out on the grounds where I had heat lamps set up and all that, and was just thinking I was so smart until the power went off.
Oh, all the animals are doing okay, though, right?
They made it just fine.
Amen.
Yeah. Thankfully,
Amen.
it didn't last for long. One of my neighbors, I live on a dead-end country road, so there are only two of us on this road, and he happened to know the Entergy person who could come out and look at it, and they said, well, the main breaker somewhere, who knows where, was frozen. And I was like, you know what? Tell me where that bad boy is, and I'll take my hairdryer and go and saw it out or something. But fortunately, it didn't come to that.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing a little bit better. I know that it's still been a bit painful last 24 because Ole Miss was very disappointing last night on that road against LSU.
Oh, yes, that was disappointing. It's frustrating. I think. The one good thing I can say is I feel like they didn't give up, and I know that sounds kind of silly to say that, but that road game against Tennessee, that was
ugly.
Yeah, that was ugly, and I felt like in this one, I mean, let's face it, it's not easy to win on the road this season. We're seeing a lot of, I think, a week ago, 4 of the top 5 teams in college basketball all lost on the road. So I do know that is a thing, but yeah, they're going to have to work on that. But I think, Chris Beard did comment after the game. We posted a transcript a little while ago where, one thing he can say is his team didn't quit, and they didn't. So it looks like they progressed a little bit from Tennessee. They didn't completely let it get away from them. They made a few runs and just wasn't enough.
It just also felt like in that second half, LSU couldn't miss. I mean, you're talking about balls just going in the hole. Everything they threw up went down.
Oh, my gosh. Isn't that the truth? I mean, you just kept thinking, here comes Ole Miss. And then I think there was that one, it's funny, Beard said he felt like when the defense was playing well, the offense kind of let him down. And then when, vice versa, when the offense was playing a little bit better, then they go down and, let LSU hit that 3 when they had kind of climbed back into it towards the end. So, I will say I think one of the toughest things about building a new program is winning on the road. And the Rebels, the thing to take heart with is their 2 losses have come, at LSU and Tennessee, and they're 3-1 teams whose only losses have come in road games. So,
and now I hate to say this, their next road game seems even more difficult because they got to go face Bruce Pearl's kids. They got to go to Auburn.
Yes. In fact, I think after 4 SEC games, only Auburn, Alabama, and Georgia are 2-0 as visitors. So, and what did you? I mean, yesterday I kind of felt like sometimes the best offense was just Juju coming down and shooting bombs. Juju was just really unconscious there from deep at the end of the game. But yeah, that's a tough one. But I tell you, I'm still really impressed with Chris Beard. And it's a long season, like he said yesterday. This is just the 4th round of an 18-round fight.
Oh, I like that.
I like that mentality.
I like that, too. That's a good one. Again, and when you look at the SEC, like this year, there's going to be a lot of beating up on each other. It's going to be a little bit brutal because anybody can. I mean, Auburn's playing as well as anybody in the country. You saw Tennessee what they're doing. Hell, Alabama. Like I think they've won 6 or 7 in a row. I wasn't expecting that out of the Crimson Tide by any means. Again,
no.
And Kentucky scares me. Like,
I know. And you know what? Another one that you never know what you're going to get is A&M. I mean, they've played great, and then they've played not. I mean, I don't know. It's a tough league, like we say now. I tweeted this, I believe, yesterday. Did you see the Texas coach? You may have talked about it, where Coach Rodney Terry got upset after their loss to UCF, and in the handshake line, he got mad and was telling the UCF players, telling them what he thought about them putting the horns down symbol. And so I just tweeted, I predict Texas is going to see a lot of horns down when they arrive in the SEC.
I was thinking to myself, him saying don't do that-ish, is the way he put it, is only going to make it 50 times worse.
Oh, and in the SEC, I mean, I think in the Big 12, they kind of acquiesced and tried to, for the most part, SEC is going to be brutal. for them. So put your big boy panties on, Coach Terry.
Yeah,
and,
please,
and Coach
please.
Stark and all of them, because, you're going to get a little welcome here that I think is going to include a lot of horns down.
Yeah, golly, and then just even just thinking about Texas and Sark coming over next year and football, and I'm just so fired up for what we're about to get here coming down the pipe. But man, a lot of basketball left to be played. SEC's wide open. Ole Miss, who did come in at 22nd in the country, I believe in the AP. So. A lot of good things going on with the Rebels, but I do need to jump over there, and I kind of do need to talk a little bit about this football. And I just want to ask you, talk about what a difference a week makes. On Monday, like this Monday, I was sitting there thinking to myself, just a week ago, I'm wondering if Kalen DeBoer can go out there and upset Michigan and win a national championship. And then a week later, I'm wondering, damn, is he going to be able to replace Nick Saban and keep this thing going forward? That whole situation down there in Tuscaloosa, kind of from watching from afar, what are your takes on it?
Well, I tell you what, I think I've mentioned this before, I am in a Alabama group on Twitter that they kindly let me stay in as the lone non-Crimson Tide participant in there, but they're, initially they were very, very happy with the hire of DeBoer. Shocked about Saban, happy about DeBoer. It's been a roller coaster, like you say. Happy you get DeBoer, and then all of a sudden you start seeing these guys enter the portal that you didn't think were going to enter the portal. And I think they thought maybe just Bama being Bama would be enough to keep these kids from entering the portal. And, Caleb Downs entering the portal, I think that was a big shock to them. Isaiah Bond and visiting Texas and, heading over to the Lamborghini.
That was, by the way, that was one of the coolest things. I know it. I just loved it.
I did too. It's just crazy. So, I think I think they got a very good defensive coordinator in Kane Womack. I think he's from South Alabama. I think he's going to do a great job. So, I think there's a lot going on. There's a lot of there. And I don't know that they expected that exodus. But at the end of the day, Bama's still Bama, and I think you and I will be having this talk, come February signing day and all that. And I'm not worried about the talent level at Bama.
And you know what else is just kind of a little bit strange about the whole thing is when I look, I like Ryan Grubb's coming with Kalen DeBoer. I think he's an excellent offensive coordinator. Their DC's the real deal. I really do truly believe that this is going to be fine. And I thought some of the oh man, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it in Tuscaloosa. He's not from the South. He's South Dakota. Dude, he wins everywhere he goes.
He goes. Right. That is true. And I think Nick Saban had wanted to hire Grubb. I think Grubb stayed there in Washington and didn't come, but I think he was actually his choice, whenever he made his last hire. So,
before he got Tommy Rees, He was reaching out there and trying to snake Ryan Grubb, and I don't blame him because I think he's a great OC.
Yes, I think so too. So we've just seen, so many of their players. A cornerback, Des Ricks, is going to A&M, and Roydell Williams, a running back's going to Florida State. Wide receiver Malik Benson, Florida State. Isaiah Bond committed to Texas. So they're having a lot of issues. And it's funny. I saw one national analyst yesterday, just saying how awful this was. That Bama makes it that far, and then just something needs to be done about this, this transfer portal. So I thought, well, if ever anything's going to change, now probably would be when it changes after this happens to Bama.
Oh man, and I also think it's funny Bama fans who are now upset about the transfer portal when they're the ones who break. You know what I was saying? They're like, they're like, now that Nick's gone, they're like, wait a second, why are all these people leaving us? I hate the transfer portal.
Now, speaking of people leaving, I'm sure I'm probably jumping what you were fixing to say, but what about Derek Nix going to Auburn?
It's exact, man, girl, you done read my mind, man. You done read my mind. Get out of my head. I have to say this, man. I think it's a huge hire for Hugh Freeze.
I do too. Derek Nix has been at Ole Miss for so many years, 16 years, under so many different head coaches that, Nutt and Freeze and Luke and Kiffin. And so, his recruiting ties in the state of Mississippi are
especially
very,
with them
very
wide
deep.
receivers. My goodness.
Yes, very deep, very strong. So I think that is definitely, that's a loss. There's no way, it's kind of like Quinshon, it's a loss. Now, that being said, we've got a coaching hot board up on our site of who Ole Miss could get to replace him. And I will tell you, in terms of, I feel like in the past, he's a great coach. He coached running backs for 12 years and he coached wide receivers for the last 4. But, it was his recruiting that I think was the real prowess there. And I tell you what, I still have to feel really good right now with Kelvin Bolden, Randall Joyner, Pete Golding, and Lane Kiffin. I understand it's a loss to lose Derek Nix, but I also just feel like we got a recruiting, right. We got a really, really good recruiting staff there. And, there are some great names out there. The top of my list, one of them might be Jacob Peeler, a Mississippi boy who used to coach. He coached the Nasty Whiteouts when they were at Ole Miss and is now the receivers coach at Missouri. I've also heard maybe keep an eye out on former Ole Miss player Michael Spurlock. He's at Southern Miss right now. Just took a job there as a assistant coach. And there's just a number. Mike Espy, Shay Hodge. We've heard those names. So there's a lot of good folks out there, but definitely credit to old Hugh for coming in and getting Nix. And who wouldn't take, I'm sure, beyond just even the money, obviously he gets to be
He's
an
going to be the
offensive
OC.
coordinator.
That's what I'm saying. The OC for Auburn, you have to go. You have to take that job.
For an SEC school, I just think, and he's reunited with a number of his former friends and fellow coaches. So, wish him all the luck in the world, except for whenever down the road that Auburn and Ole Miss play again. And then I wish him no luck.
And I feel you there. The other thing, though, is Lane keeps getting kids.
Yes.
He just keeps adding and adding. He's added a couple DBs. He's got tight end. I can't remember. Who more? Well, like in just the last 10 days, my man's still adding people.
Yes, he is. I think it started. He got that back on the 8th. He got an offensive lineman, Diego Pounds, starting left tackle from North Carolina. Followed that up with Logan Diggs, running back from LSU. Really excited to have him coming. And then over the weekend, got a commitment from Virginia Tech starting tight end Daquan Wright. And Yam Banks from South Alabama, a safety. And then yesterday got a commit from Memorian Walker, a cornerback from Michigan, who is just an athletic freak and runs like a 4.3 40 and is 6'4". So started out as a wide receiver and then Michigan moved him over to corner, and he's a Ponchatoula, Louisiana native, so he's kind of coming back to his neck of the woods. But and Lane isn't done yet. I don't think.
Everything's been pushing up roses. By the way, did you know Ole Miss cheer did make the Nationals?
I saw somebody's daughter, Savannah. I saw her. I saw her pictures on Instagram and on social media. So congratulations! That was really exciting. I watched a few of their routines that were on, and I was very, very impressed.
Yes, and I'm so proud of her. And they tear it up, have so much fun, and they're all just such a bunch of good girls down there. I love the fact that she's down at Ole Miss. I love all of her little friends and her cheerleaders. They're all good. They all study, and they're just good kids, and it blows my mind. I'm thinking to myself, how did I get so lucky?
Oh, well, I think there was probably a little bit of skill from her parents there also. But I've also seen Savannah have a few pictures posted with looks like one of her good friends, Landry Kiffin.
Yep.
So-
They hang out all the time.
So you might could get us some inside info there. I don't know.
I was telling her that the other day, and she's like, Dad, no, don't do this to me, Dad.
Yep, she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't. That's a good friend. That's
I will
a good
say,
friend.
though, she says that Lane is the coolest person. Like, when she goes over and hangs out with him, that he's just extremely nice, funny, hilarious, and they all have a good time. So
It seems like it. And that's why, again, I just don't, I know people think it's crazy, but I kept going on and on last year saying, no, I don't think he's leaving. His daughter's there. She's happy. She wants him around and in Oxford. And I think, you and I are parents. That means a lot to be able to spend time around your kids, especially when he's had, a coaching job that took him away from his family for a long time. We know how that goes.
And I'll say one thing: she loves Oxford. Like LA, Los Angeles. California was pretty cool. Whatever. She loves Oxford, and I don't know how you couldn't. There's just always something fun going on. It's just
right.
It's a great place.
Right. It sure is. So let's just keep him there.
No, I'm gonna. Oh, my daughter is probably never gonna leave. But
Well, she may be like mine and go on mine finished and then left and got a job for a year and then decided, no, I went back to Oxford from Texas, got a graduate degree, stayed, and then got her doctorate in pharmacy. So I just think she stayed until there were no more degrees she could get and she had to leave.
That's like my oldest Rio. She never wanted to leave. Now, baseball, by the way, this is, something that's very serious. I know it sounds crazy. There's snow on the ground. Everybody's like, baseball, it's going to be kicking off before you know it. How's everybody feeling about the Rebels baseball team this year?
Well, I tell you, everybody, is getting excited about it. And it's kind of, that crazy time of year where you've still got football stuff and recruiting going on and men and women's basketball going on. And you're right. I think we're just basically now we're officially 1 month away, a little less than 1 month away before they take the field in Honolulu. So that'll be to play Hawaii. So that'll be exciting.
We still need to get you some sponsors, people.
We do.
If you're out there and you're listening, come on, man. Reach out to Evie at Ole Miss Evie on the Twitter. Reach out, go to the Rebel Walk. We need somebody to make sure that she can get over to Hawaii and make sure we get the baseball team covered.
We would give you great coverage. I can tell you that much. Right now, Perfect Game just came out with their top 75 freshman rankings, and Ole Miss had 2 on there. Number 18, Campbell Smithwick, a catcher, who he is going to be phenomenal. He's likely going to be the starting catcher on opening day. He's been widely touted as one of the best defensive catchers in his class. At the plate, he's shown a ton of versatility. So I think that he's going to be somebody to watch. And then also number 25 on the list is Wes Mendes, a pitcher and outfielder. He's a two-way player out of Tampa. He's, I think, on the mound, throws a fastball that's around 95 mile an hour, curveball around 80 as a freshman. And so that was great news. But then they had their top 100 sophomore rankings, and Ole Miss placed 5 on that. We had pitchers J.T. Quinn and Grayson Saunier, and then we had transfers, Andrew Fisher, Luke Hill, and Liam Doyle, all on the list. So that's 7 players right there on that freshman and sophomore top 75 and top 100 list. So I think it bodes really well for Ole Miss this season.
After last year's a little bit down season, I think they're ready to get back up on that horse, if you know what I'm saying. Last year, though, the pitching staff just got devastated with all the injuries.
They really did, and I think, people maybe don't always realize that. So we had 2 freshman pitchers in the starting rotation, true freshmen, J.T. Quinn and Grayson Saunier. Quinn, I think, ended up starting maybe 12 games last season. He has an upper 90s fastball, a great tight breaking ball that sits around 85 mile an hour. I think he's in position for a breakout season. Saunier has been working really hard in the off season. He has a fastball and slider combo. that keeps hitters off balance. And so I think you can't underestimate the fact that those guys, that was rough being out there in the SEC as true freshmen, but now they're really seasoned vets, so to speak, coming back from that. So I think we're going to see a big improvement in them. And then, we got Xavier Rivas back, and so he may be the Friday night starter. I don't know yet. But so I think that pitching is going to take a definite jump.
Speaking of, Ole Miss sports, I realized there's one thing I hadn't even asked you about. How are the girls doing over in hoops?
Oh, well, I tell you what, they had a tough one against Mississippi State Sunday. They lost that game, and it was, I think it just, kind of got away from them at the end. And, Coach Yo just basically said, like we've talked about, she's having to deal with losing her starting point guard, and so moving Maddie Scott over there to play point, and then at different times she's got to, get her back in her regular position, and so it's been, they're having a lot of learning that's going on, but I think she approaches it kind of the same way as Coach Beard does. This is just an early round of this fight, and I know that they were disappointed to lose that game to Mississippi State, just 57-69, but they'll bounce back. They're going to have to. They travel to Athens and play Georgia Sunday. And I think right now, Ole Miss is middle of the pack in the SEC, but I got a lot of faith in Coach Yo and those players. And I think as they get, more used to the different roles people are having to play as opposed to what they thought they were going to play at the beginning of the season, I think that they're going to gel even more.
Well, Evie, I'm just so grateful that you and David have your power back. Your animals are safe. I'm just glad everything is going well, and I appreciate, again, always your time. Everybody, seriously, if you're a Rebels fan, hotty toddy, all you have to do is go to the Rebel Walk, therebelwalk.com. Follow them on Twitter at the Rebel Walk. Follow Evie at Ole Miss Evie. They are your number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. You be blessed. Let's get some sponsors so my girl can head to Hawaii, kind of thaw out and cover a little baseball.
Yes, thank you so much, and you be safe out there on your crazy roads. You can't have anything happening to you.
Thank you, Evie. I'm going to do my best. That is the great hotty toddy. That is the great Evie Van Pelt. We're late for a quick break. We're going to take a small time out. Got a little Hardwood on the other side. Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11. Here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Top 25 Memphis basketball is back at FedEx Forum Thursday, January 18th at 6 for the 6 Main game. Come out as we celebrate you, the 6 Main. Mystery giveaway to the first 1,000 fans and special in-game presentations celebrating you. Be on the lookout on Memphis Tigers social media for special giveaways around the city. Be there and be loud, 6th Main. Purchase your tickets at gotigersgo.com/tickets.
DismeCoins.com is the best site online to purchase Trump commemorative coins because no one else features the exclusive Ultra MAGA Trump coin line. Whether it's Let's Go Brandon or Still My President, each and every coin is made right here in the USA on machines built in America by Americans who love this country. These are collectibles, so when they're gone, they're gone. These coins make a wonderful gift for yourself or for the Trump memorabilia collector in your life with free shipping for orders over $400 at DismeCoins.com. That's DISME coins.com.
Bartlett Small Engine has been serving quality power equipment since 1970. They have a full line of power equipment, parts, and services for most makes and models. Bartlett Small Engines has the best brands in the power tool industry, and they're all American made. Bartlett Small Engine is your can-do store. 6780 Summer Avenue. Call 901-386-9779.
Bartlett Small Engine has free pickup and delivery both at your home and curbside for lawnmowers, blowers, edgers, and any small engine. Call 901-386-9779.
Oh no, your little one has caught a cold and has a cough. Help them feel better fast with DayQuil Kids from Vicks. It's specifically formulated just for kids, and it helps treat their most bothersome cold symptoms. It's also available in 2 delicious flavors, honey and berry. DayQuil Kids is the daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose just for kids medicine. Pick it up at your local pharmacy or any major retailer today. For kids 6 and up, use as directed.
At Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike, new inventory is arriving daily, and we've got what you've been looking for to start the new year off right. Get off to a great year in your award-winning 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, $329 a month, or buy it for $29,910. Take a spin in your new 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, $29,445, or lease for $449 a month. How about 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, $420 total range MPGe? You own it for $649 a month. Plus, no worries with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. You want it? We Gossett at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or online anytime, memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
PHEV PZO 62303 MSRP 44,355 Sport RU 001136 MSRP 28,000 Eclipse RZO 12051 MSRP 31,700 includes all rebates and incentives PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
The Crazy Coop, America's premier wing destination, has 27 delicious flavors to choose from and counting, like the Buffalo Ranch, a perfect combo of ranch seasoning with a little kick. Mango habanero, sweet taste of mango followed by the heat. Or sweet maple bourbon. The taste will remind you of chicken and waffles. And that's just 3 of the amazing 27 chicken wing seasonings that you can get at the Crazy Coop in Bartlett at 7199 Stage Road. And now open the Crazy Coop Express at 1315 Ridgeway off Poplar. Some like it hot. How about the Crazy Sweet Lemon Pepper Hot or Crazy Suicide? Can't take the heat? Get the 4-cheese roasted garlic or barbecue bacon bourbon. Ask about the $9.99 lunch special. Now those are some crazy good prices. The Crazy Coop, 2 locations, 7199 Highway 64 between Appleton and Kirby Whitten, and 1315 Ridgeway off Poplar. Family owned and operated, The Crazy Coop, America's premier wing destination.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. It is a thirsty Thursday in the Mid-South. The streets are terrible out there, so be safe. If you don't have to get out, don't get out. We do have Tiger basketball at 6 o'clock tonight from the Grindhouse. They're playing the Bulls, South Florida Bulls. Tigers currently 11.5-point favorite. Total is 158.5. These two Tigers have been scoring like a bunch of machines. Don't know how I feel about this one yet, but I will tell you about 12:45, 12:50-ish what we're going to play today. But it is time to get into a little bit of Hardwood where it feels so good. But I did want to remind you, you know Neil's our sponsor, right?
Right.
Neil's Bar and Grill.
Yeah, we talked about those fellas earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they're about to give you a little bit of Hardwood, but also if you need to get a little something, a little grub in your stomach, if you want to hang out with some peeps, Neil's does not close. They are still open, 5727 Quince Road. Not far from here. Head on over there. They got pizzas. They got burgers. They got club sandwiches. It's all damn good, and so are their drinks. Tell Mary Ann. She'll pour you the fattest drink you ever seen in your life. Head over to Neil's where the fat man rocks. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Ooh-wee. A little bit of Hardwood. Always feels a little bit good. We got to bring up some weird stuff. Do you know who Posty is? Post Malone.
I do.
I like
Big
actually
Elvis
Post
fan.
Malone. He's an Elvis fan?
Big Elvis fan.
I didn't know Post Malone who exactly he was. Like, I mean, I didn't realize I knew his songs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, I certainly knew his songs. I was like, oh, this is Post Malone? Mm-hmm. Dude is damn talented.
He's very talented.
And he's a good actor. I saw him on a movie once.
I didn't know he did.
Like, he was in jail and he fought Mark Wahlberg.
Interesting.
In this, I don't know what the name of the show was, but anyway, point is, dude's pretty talented. Well, guess what he's going to be doing this year?
I don't know.
He's going to be at the Super Bowl.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. You know who he's going to be with?
Oh, Reba McEntire. Reba's doing the national anthem. He's singing America the Beautiful.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is that. I mean, like, but
I saw that
how?
earlier.
Like, Reba, is she the one who does "Here's Your One Chance, Fancy, Don't Let Me Down"? Is that her?
Maybe. I just know her from her show.
Which show?
Reba. A single mom who works too hard and loves her
She's in a
kids and
TV
never
show?
stop. Yes.
Does she play herself?
Yeah, kind of. It's like the Andy Griffith show. You know?
But I mean, a single mom. She's rich.
Exactly. So she doesn't play herself, but her name in the show is Reba.
still
Her real
Reba.
name. It's like the Andy Griffith show. You know, he's Andy Taylor in the show. He's a cop or a sheriff, not a cop. I guess he is a cop.
I think it's like that. But yeah, man, my man Post Malone and Reba are doing the anthem in America the Beautiful. Do we know who's doing the halftime show?
Yeah, Usher.
Wait, Usher?
Usher.
Wait, Usher, you know Usher has, I mean, I might want to Google this to make sure so I don't go reckless speculation. I think he has herpes.
John, I'm going to look this up before I say reckless speculation, but I think he has herpes.
I'm pretty sure.
Before you even looked it up.
Because he was sued. Yep, he had to pay $1.1 million after he failed to disclose that he had herpes, and he gave it to one of his partners because he had unprotected sex. So Usher,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Usher has the herp, bro. So do me a favor. Don't be sleeping with Usher, ladies.
Wow.
Unless you got the herp too, I guess.
I guess so.
What a weird segue.
What a weird segue.
Because speaking of Usher and having the herp, do you know what else was trending today on the X?
I have no idea. Project Pat, right?
He was, but this was really bad. I don't know how much is true because it's just on the Twitter, but the Orange Man, Donald Trump, they're saying that they're calling him Syphilis Don. Did you know that?
John, our For You pages are very different.
Dude, if you go to your trending,
I'm gonna go to my trending right now, John.
I guarantee you, Syphilis Don will be at the top.
So the For You trending, or trending, which one?
Hold on, let me see. Back. Oh, it is for me.
Okay,
you're right.
Yeah, because mine is Terry Rozier, Kenny Payne, Joe Burrow, Marlon Humphrey. Why is Marlon Humphrey?
I got Joe Burrow in there.
I don't know. Why is Joe Burrow trending?
I hope it ain't for anything like Syphilis Don or herpes Usher.
Everyone's just saying we're ready for revenge Joe Burrow season.
Can't wait to get Joe Burrow back on the field. Just on a random Thursday, we're going to talk about.
Usually Elvis is trending on my Twitter, on my For You page.
Interesting. You know what else is trending?
What's that?
I got Syphilis Don, Karl Malone, Josh Giddey, and Syphilis Don.
Wow, Syphilis Don is trending twice for you.
And well, no, I didn't think I said it. I went back to the top, and also DeJounte Murray. Not bad.
Not bad, I guess.
Why is Karl Malone trending? Let's see. Because he had a baby with somebody underage back in the day, kind of like the whole Josh Giddey situation.
Yeah, and Josh Giddey, they threw his stuff out because they couldn't corroborate stories or whatever.
Yeah, the investigation is closed. Josh Giddey is he's playing in the house that Karl Malone built. Oh lordy. Yeah, it's a good thing Josh Giddey though not in trouble. Oklahoma City's pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really good.
And he's kind of a big part of it. Unbelievable. Interesting, weird stuff. Man. Let's see, what else is trending? Nothing very interesting.
It's just a Thursday, John. Nothing interesting about today.
There's a lot of interesting stuff about today.
Like what?
Like, we have basketball, Tigers. They're a top 10 team. They're playing South Florida. I'm interested to see how many people actually can get down to the grindhouse.
John, I actually am too. I'll be honest.
I mean, to be honest with you, this isn't like if the crowd's bad, it really isn't our fault.
No, I mean, what are we supposed to do? We don't know how to drive in this.
Man, I don't know how Dave's gonna get down there, to be honest with you.
Hope Dave's already down there.
Yeah, I hope so too. He was having trouble getting out of the daggum the garage, or not the garage, the driveway we got out here. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible how bad the weather is.
They did say there's going to be limited concessions tonight.
Oh, so does that mean...
So I don't know what that means. Like, they didn't tell me what was going to be limited, like what they were going to and not going to have.
That's doesn't really help out all that much, does it?
No, it just said because of to help. Here it is. To help everyone plan accordingly for the Memphis MBB game tonight, FedEx Forum will have concessions available on a limited basis this evening. So, sounds like eat before you go.
All right, eat before you go.
Don't drink before you go.
Don't drink and drive ever.
Ever. Certainly not in this.
But Lord have mercy, don't do it especially today because it's really dangerous. You can be sober as a bat and you're still, well, is a bat sober? I guess they don't drink alcohol.
They drink blood though, John.
Yeah, they do drink blood.
Only vampire bats though.
So, do you know who Travis Kelce is?
Jog my memory.
He's the guy dating Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
He's also going to play in a very big football
Handsome
game
fella.
in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Well, there's a jeweler in Philadelphia. It's a Philadelphia-based jewelry store. They have offered to give Travis Kelce a $1 million engagement ring on the house. On the house. But, of course, he just has to, him and Taylor just have to give the jewelry store a little bit of love. Man, you know what? I'm going to get the ring, even if I'm not going to marry her.
Smartest marketing play I've ever
Everybody
heard.
and their grandmother's going to be talking about this.
You're absolutely right. And the Taylor Swift fans are so crazy that, like, there will be, if that happens, there will be Taylor Swift fans that demand their partner to go buy their ring at
from that jeweler.
Jewelry store. Yeah.
The other thing about this, though, is what it drives me a little bit crazy because, and I understand how advertising works. I get it. But damn, did you know I looked this up? Do you know what Taylor Swift's net worth is currently?
Oh, it's incredible, I'm sure.
North of $800 million. It's almost $1 billion.
Yeah, easily.
Travis Kelce's got a fat pocket himself. He ain't got T-Swizzle money. But Travis is. His career earnings, they're got to be pretty good up there. Like, how much would you guess that Travis Kelce has made in his career?
I have no clue, John. I've never been really good with money.
You've never been good with money?
Like, talking about, like, net worths and stuff. Like, I don't know anybody's worth.
Well, Travis Kelce.
We're all humans. We're all, I almost said worthless, but.
We're not worthless.
You couldn't put a price on us, John.
We're not worthless.
I know. Whatever the opposite of worthless is.
Travis Kelce has made, in his career, $67 million.
Wow.
That ain't bad. But it ain't T-Swizzle money. It ain't even close. And this is just what he's made from playing football. He probably has made some more money doing advertising. He's always doing some advertising stuff, if you hadn't noticed. Like, he does the shot one. I don't know what else he does, actually. Oh, he does Mahomes. Maotto and Mahomes. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
State Farm.
The Maotto.
Maotto, yeah.
Mahomes and Maotto.
Yeah, so he's making some good money.
He also does the Pfizer commercials.
That's right. That's what the shot one.
Yeah, double do, because they're telling you get your flu shot and your COVID shot at the same time. So he's like, you can do two things at once.
I'll take the flu shot. I ain't taking that COVID shot.
John,
I took that and I almost died. The second one, did you get sick?
I don't remember now.
You would remember if you like this. When I got the first one, I was fine. That second one, I for about 18 hours, I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, John. John, so did you see the puppy that urinated on the court of the Phoenix Suns?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so the Suns, a lot of these teams, they'll do like the little like halftime games or whatever where they'll have like races or whatever.
Like we do the baby race. We do the
baby races. I think I've seen either the Grizzlies or the Tigers, they'll do a puppy race. It's a big thing because everyone loves puppies and, seeing them just run around is hilarious. Well, one of the dogs the other night urinated on center court on the logo, the Phoenix Suns logo. And so a lot of people have been taking pictures of it and like saving the pictures just in case, the Suns wet the bed in the playoffs. Or don't make it to the playoffs. That'd be even better. And so then they can just post a dog urinating on their logo.
That's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. Poor
Do
dog.
you know that alligators can live in frozen ponds?
I did not know that, no.
Yeah, so the Arctic blast that's been blowing through and destroying pretty much everybody's out there cold. Alligators, they're cold-blooded animals, okay?
Okay.
So they used, basically their environment to regulate their temperature. But when a pond freezes or things get too cold, alligators, they survive in these things by just basically going like catatonic.
Really?
And just checking out. There's a bunch of videos that this is the reason I brought it up, because I was like, what the hell? There's 3 alligators frozen under this lake in this pond. And everybody thought they were dead. Nope. They're just chilling. They're just chilling in the frozen lake, sleeping. And don't they have to breathe air? How long do they not have to come up to get air when it's frozen?
That's a really good question, John.
These alligators are pretty dope. Gotta give them. Only thing is, be careful. Don't walk your dog by a non-frozen pond, because they might come up there and eat you and your doggy. That was the saddest viral video that I watched. Do you remember that one?
No.
The old lady who was walking around the pond in the Florida retirement home, and the alligator came up out of the water and got her dog, and then she went to try to defend her dog, and then the alligator ate her as well.
You saw this video? John, here's one thing. I'm so glad you brought this up, because one thing that I've noticed about
CCTV,
the CCTV
that's the one I...
John, I'm glad you brought that up, because I've noticed lately, and I've really seen the correlation to when Elon Musk took over Twitter and made it X. People are getting away with posting some insane videos that were not allowed previously.
I like it better now.
Do you?
Hell yeah.
I do not like watching people get murdered. And
I don't want to watch somebody get murdered.
That's what I'm saying. These are the things that I'm now seeing on my social media.
This wasn't murder. This was the animal kingdom.
No. I'm saying though, but I'm saying something like that, showing an alligator eating a human would not be shown on Twitter 6 months ago, but now it is. I saw someone.
Have you watched 1,000 Ways to Die? Have you ever seen that Twitter
Yeah,
account?
I see that Twitter account. Well, that's based off the show.
That's a hard one to watch, man. That's some rough stuff.
My favorite 1,000 Ways to Die episode was when, and there's no way this was true, a man supposedly was in war and had a bullet lodged into his head, but lived, and they just left it in there, and one day he was trying to get something out of the refrigerator, and when he came up, he had to bend down, and when he came up, he hit his head on the refrigerator door, and it lodged it pushed the bullet further into his head, and it hit his brain, and he died. Please.
Damn. I still can't believe he lived long enough to where he actually just had a bullet in his brain.
I'm sure it was fake.
We are going to take a quick time out. Go out, check out Crazy Clips, CCTV, all those things on the Twitter if you want to see something absolutely creepy and weird. But we got to take a quick time out. We're back in 2 Shakes, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78. That's Lamar. And the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch. It's a new year, and Family Leisure has a new way to bring family and fun together. All you have to do is walk into Family Leisure and look around. All those floor model patio sets you see, those have got to go. So Family Leisure can make room for all the new sets coming. Get a wicker sofa set for under $2,000. Pool tables under $1,500. Theater seating for under $2,000. Hot tubs for $4,000 or just for yourself. If you really want to lounge, they're under $5,000. Need patio cushions? Get them as low as $25. Oh, have you seen those infrared steam saunas? Well, now they and the traditional saunas are 25% off. It may just be the first few weeks of 2024, but that doesn't mean you can't start getting ready for summer. 2 final things. Purchase your above-ground pool now and get first in line for installation, and take advantage of special financing that's available. Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, bringing the family and the fun back together.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard. Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope, and they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard. It's perfect.
Start learning a new language today. Go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Grapevine Liquor and Wine has the largest selection of bourbon in North Mississippi and wines from all over the world. Let Jimmy the Delta Boy help you select the perfect spirit or wine to impress. Whether you're looking for the best price or a certain flavor profile, Grapevine Liquor and Wines has it. If you want good southern treatment and the hottest prices, Grapevine Liquor and Wine, Getwell Road, South Haven.
Hotty toddy, gosh almighty, where do you get your bourbon? Flim flam, bim bam, Grapevine, by damn.
Let's make this the new year to drive your new Kia home from Gossett Kia on the Pike. Bobby J's waiting to put you in a new Kia today. So come hit the road with 41 MPG Highway in 2024 Kia Forte LXS, $239 a month, $27.99 due at signing. Or get 7 passenger seating in a 2023 Kia Sorento LX. We Gossett at $319 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And if you want your new ride to be a 2024 Kia Telluride LX, we Gossett at $449 a month, $34.99 due at signing. All 36-month lease plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to Gossett Kia today, 1900 Covington Pike. Online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee. Forte RE722-812, MSRP 21,590. Sorrento PG 242-710, MSRP 33,010. Telluride RG 462822, MSRP 38,705. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax, title, and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/31/2024 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. It is a thirsty Thursday, but it's cold, it's icy, it's wet, and it's really slick outside, so be careful, especially if you're trying to get down to FedEx Forum tonight to watch your Memphis Tigers. The 10th-ranked Memphis Tigers, 15-2 on the season, 4-0 in the American. They play South Florida, laying 11.5. Total is 158.5. Now, have they scored, like they scored 112 points last week?
That's right.
Like, they've been scoring like it's going out of style. Going out of style. I have a feeling that this thing's going to go over again.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not, like, very impressed with the Bulls, but, dude, they can give up some points, and every once in a while they can go crazy and go on a little scoring streak. When they played Rice, they scored 154 points, and I'm telling you, Rice is not Memphis. If they continue to hit the three-pointer, if Jaquan Walton continues to stroke threes, if JQ continues to play point guard as good as anybody, and David Jones is just that dude, I think this thing could get over. Laying the spread is hard for me to do because you don't know which team you're going to get out. You know, are you going to have a team that's giving up three-pointers on the other side all night long?
What's the total, John?
158.5.
Wow, okay.
Think I'm going to have to go over. I hope everybody stays safe out there. Enjoy the Tigers. For Dacus, I'm John. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Welcome to the Rendezvous.
This is John Vergas.
When my dad started the Rendezvous in 1948, I don't think anyone could have